Cheers, man. Yeah. Hey, listen. Thank you for everything you did in the shop today, man. Everybody absolutely loved it. You must love being an educator. I mean, first of all, let me just say, you're really good at it.
We're killing it. I think we went from a session company to now we're like a legitimate cutting company.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of what we've done there. So it's easy to work there. You love what you do.
Yeah, because Kevin Murphy, we were one of the first in Texas to carry their line because at the time there was a distributor here, Next Step, and they were Pureology's big deal, and they basically brought Pureology into Texas, and then Pureology Jim Markham sold to L'Oreal for like $330 million. So if there's anybody that's still using Pureology, you should dump it now because it's owned by L'Oreal.
I can't say anything.
I know, yep, you just stay quiet, but I'm not under contract here. Yes, I can say
I
all I want.
Say, hey,
this is, honestly though, this is a big credit to Kevin Murphy because Kevin Murphy has gone way bigger than I ever imagined he would go when we first picked up the line without selling. Like I always knew it'd be a very popular line. You know, it's an unbelievable product line, especially for an artist, from an artist perspective. But I figured at this point he would have sold, you know, to a larger company or been absorbed.
When you're around really good people, it's a comfortable spot. And I think that what they have is they have a lot of people that will push the boundaries for them, and like that's what I say. I say all the time, like people believe what you believe. We believe in it. Kevin's a likable character because he's funny. Kevin's a real sweetheart. I love his husband. Luis is amazing. He's an amazing photographer. So our imagery is great. Kevin Murphy, the brand, and Kevin has allowed us to be who we are.
Yeah.
And that's what he always says, come as you are. Yeah. And that's exactly all I can come as. If you want something else, I can't give you that. I can't pretend to be anybody I'm not.
Right.
And that's why they're dope, because they believe in the salon and they believe in the independent. So like, I'm not going to buy it if it's across the street in the parking lot of CVS. I don't work for Redken.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not going to work and then someone's buying Redken at the grocery store. I'm like, when's Redken writing me a check? I just styled your hair and spent your money. Redken doesn't send me anything.
Right.
I want to know, do you believe in what you're using?
Right.
Are you firm with this? Because people know when you're just selling them a bill of goods. It's what you want out of that line and your job at the end of the day. And that's why I think the independent salon are like, small business. We're small business. You know? We are, but we're big. This is a big industry.
I do know what you're saying about a group of people working together versus this shift in our industry. And that happened right when I started to find my legs in this business. All of a sudden, all these people were going to these little rooms and working by themselves. I did it for a couple of years when the salon that I was working in closed down. And I think really my experience in that little room by myself, or maybe just with Keith when he came over and it was just the two of us in that little room, is what fueled me to create Pura Vida. Because I just recognized that you can make more money and grow way further in your career by working together with other people. I've learned so much the last 8 to 10 years from my staff. I mean, I am the hairdresser I am right now because of my staff. I'm not the best cutter in here or the best colorist. I'm a really good hairdresser, but I have learned so much from them. I mean, they're just incredible people.
I'm not cutting you off, but I'm cutting you off because now I got a question for you.
Okay.
So what made you want to do all this? Embarking on being a salon owner is a really daunting task. People think it's so grand and glorious, but they don't get it at the end of the day, you start and finish. So what brings James to the table as a salon owner? Like, what is it that you want people to know about you? Like, I know I'm here, we're talking, this is shooting the shit, and I love this crap.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to know you.
I didn't ever want to do this. This happened by accident because I brought one person in, and my mentor told me, Ron. Yeah, I'm good. I'll have another one here in a second. My mentor was Ron Edward Crouch, and he had been in the business for 100 years. I want to say that he's still cutting a few people, right? But I mean, like, he was doing this since he was 16 years old. I was working with him when he was 50, and I think he's in his late 70s now. So he'd been doing this for a long time, and he told me, because I'd never heard of an apprenticeship before, he plucked me out of this little small town, he took me to a hair show, and I was sold, you know what I mean? Like, I was already doing this before I was passionate about it. So
you're passionate, by no means discount that. You see it, everything in today, you're there, like, you're sitting there going like, I can see why these people want to be here.
Yeah, cutting hair, coloring hair, I love that part of it. I also love the industry. because I fell in love with this industry when I was like 17 years old and what it was. And there was, at the time, Tony and Guy had really just done their bedhead and launched all that, and flat irons were just starting up, and there was this fuel. And I was learning about all these people before us, you know, Sassoon and Leo Forsythe, and Robert Cromeans was on the scene like crazy at the time, and just every hair show, there was all this energy. And over the last 15 years, 20 years, I've seen these hair shows slowly turn into flea markets. I've seen our commission salons turn into small little bitty rooms with hairdressers that only have 5 tubes of color, because all the clients they work on are just with those 5 tubes of color. And it just, I've also seen in this business, I've seen people come right out of beauty school. This is what they love, this is what they want to do, they're passionate about it, and they get 0 pay, they get no support, they don't get any real coaching or mentoring, and in 2 years after getting out of beauty school, they're now in nursing school. And that breaks my heart, because I really shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have the fire and the fuel when I first started, but I got around people that really gave me that, and it brought me to where I am, and I have so much to give back to this industry, because it saved my life. I have so much to give back to this industry for that.
I feel like you were kindred spirits, because I always say, I didn't choose this industry, it chose me. And like, it's when I always joke around with my own mentor, I'm like, I feel like this was like an arranged marriage. I learned to love it. But like, don't you ever feel like, you're like sitting there at work one day and you're like, man, what else would I do? Like, what else would I do if I quit doing this? And I don't know what else it is I would do.
Hardcore drugs. I'd sell hardcore drugs.
They don't get it. Like, we dodged the IRS for all these years. Like,
yes.
Selling hair is selling a drug. It is a drug. This is a drug. But like you said, like, when I first got in here, like, boom, there was this and that rock star hairdresser, and that rock star hairdresser's kind of going away. And everybody got down with like, and I make a joke about it, and I don't really care. People can think about what we think, oh, sulfate free, gluten free, vegan free, this free, that free, environment free, and it's not glamour-ram. And it's like,
all taglines.
Who is the standout? Like, what do you stand for? Like, stop telling me what this commercial in a newspaper now. Like, oh my God, you cannot use silica or silicone or silicone or wear it. Use cannabinoids, use hemp. Like, I want to know what like the culture's all about. I cared so much when I first started out about what people thought about me, right? I cared so much about my Yelp reviews. We joke about the stuff today a little bit, and it felt really cool and comfortable. But I'm definitely a dark dude. I suffer from heavy anxiety, which leads to depression. And what happens is that you focus on this negativity. And so you wanted to ask me earlier, and I didn't want to talk about it like the scripted part. We're talking real dudes drinking scotch. Pascal von Loonhout. Bourbon. I'm in the zone right now.
No, my bad. Go.
Pascal von Loonhout is our creative director. I'm not kissing his ass right now in any way, shape, or form. He's my homie. And sometimes I need him to be a certain way for me, and sometimes he needs me to be a friend, right? And we're just friends. But he told me this thing last year, July 1st last year. I'm a sensitive man. And I was using my sensitivity as a weakness and not as a strength. So if there's anything that I could say about like doing a good job and doing this, Pascal told me, stop using your sensitivity as a weakness and use it as a strength. You see things different than most people. Absorb that. You hear and see things that most people identify, and that's why a lot of people aren't sensitive, because they're oblivious. See life in a different perspective. And when I see the way you are with your staff, like you said, like, you know, I got lucky with this found me. You're really awesome at what you're doing. So it's like, for educators out there that walk into salons where they're not inviting, or there's this stigma or this pretentiousness about it, when someone wants to work in a place, it's because of the name on the door and the products on the wall, they're lost in the sauce.
Amen.
So, I think you're doing amazing stuff. So when we were sitting here talking, like, I want to just have naps talking, like, I got shit for you, bro. Because, like, you have this out. Obviously, there's a film crew around us, and we're talking real shit. Like, I wouldn't have stayed to do this video if it wasn't important for me, but I've heard about you. Like, you're building this name for yourself. People should come here. It's beauty schools. Look at this guy. You can see him from another angle. I'm talking all over. This is the guy. You want a career, you come here. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself, but also be recognized that this is where you come. That's why Pura Vida is on the map, you know? And there's great other salons. I'm not talking that none of these other salons have it. But we're
Some
here
good
to
ones
talk
here in
about.
Dallas. Some really good salons here
But
in
we're
Dallas.
here to talk about this, and it's an honor for me to stay. If I wanted to race out the door, that's collecting a paycheck.
And I can tell you, as being a hairdresser for 20-something, or 20 years exactly, actually, I have been through all kinds of ups and downs in my career, and it's always education or learning something new that reinvigorates my passion, you know. And it's never just a new way to cut hair. It's a new way to feel about what it is that I do. And I have to acknowledge you as an educator, because I think I definitely got a little bit of that today.
You know, like, I appreciate the kind words, and I don't know, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting a little emotional. Like,
Don't get too emotional.
Not bad, not in a bad way.
It's the bourbon.
Okay, and Kevin Murphy's done a really good job shaping me to be me. I was a little lost in the sauce. The last brand that I was with, you know, it hurt my heart. I had a great mentor. He's a really brilliant man. I'm sorry that he's passed. I came to a new place, and I haven't had like direct one-on-one mentorship from any one person. This dude, Jeff Lewis, did a really good job with me because he understood that he could see people. You get that as a gift. Like, you see people. He has really brilliant questions today that help other people come alive. And it's just one of those things. I think there's magic in what you do, which makes me feel good. So when I leave here, get in my car and I'm driving away and I look in the rearview mirror, I'm like, oh my God, he said that about me. And I fix my one hair and I'm like, today is your day, Jay. You killed it. You know, you did what you were supposed to do today.
Salute, brother.
Boom.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I'm good.
Peace
You
out,
guys
Girl
good?
Scout. I'm done.
Hasta luego, motherfuckers.
Sometimes when your song is song, your song is song.